Welcome to another episode of Drive Home Reviews. I'm Rob.
Phil.
Rob, too.
Special guest, Rob Eimer.
Rob Eimer is a special guest on the show tonight. We are going to talk about the movie The Campaign, starring Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. I'll start off by saying it's been a very slow summer for comedies, aside from The Watch and Ted, which I kind of enjoyed, but the others did not. The others by Phil, not Eimer, because I don't think he's seen it.
And That's My Boys also.
And That's My Boys, another one, which I can't speak for because I haven't seen it, but wasn't really expecting much. There's a spider. Wasn't really expecting much out of The Campaign. Kind of a shitty movie, but it had its funny moments. It was really silly, satirical humor, but overall not that great. Phil, do you have anything to say?
Typical Will Ferrell movie. Just dumb character, just really sarcastic, just very typical Will Ferrell, just like
It was Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby, and just like Blades of Glory, and just like
Anchorman, Semi-Pro.
just the same character, different profession. But Zach Galifianakis was hilarious.
Yeah,
I laughed a lot because it's just a stupid movie that's got a lot of funny lines. It's silly, but it's a funny movie. But it's a dumb movie.
It was the Zach Galifianakis type from like Due Date, where he's just like the weirdest fucking person you'll ever see. All his weird, quirky mannerisms, and he really saved the movie, I felt, because as Phil said, it was the same old Will Ferrell, who's been the same character in every movie for the past 8 years. But let's throw this back to the new special guest, Rob Eimer. What do you think of the movie?
Well, first of all, Rob, I realized while Phil was talking, I thought The Watch was kind of funny, right? Aliens made it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This movie, I thought had its funny parts, particularly the baby getting dropped with a right hook. Got me going pretty good.
You were crying at one point during that scene, I think.
Tears flowing freely.
Glasses came off, tears getting wiped away.
I love that kind of stuff. No, I wouldn't do it personally, but so yeah, I don't know. I wasn't expecting like a real serious movie, but I thought it was pretty funny at parts. Again, like Rob said, the movie from a real storyline, plot perspective, not great. But it also, I think, if we want to dig into it a little, I don't know, Will Ferrell's movies do that. There were a lot of kind of reflections on politics and the state of our country and the masses, so to speak, just like being totally absurd, like, I'm not going to Rainbow Land, this is America. And it's like, obviously, you can actually defend Will Ferrell's character there, but it's almost that absurd in real politics, and when maybe the audience will take something from that when they're watching.
So you thought that? I mean, I agree. When I was seeing it, it was really just the American political scene ramped up on steroids to the max. Yeah. Just the silliest, most over-the-top portrayals of what's going on in America right now.
For someone like, especially the porno, I don't want to be a spoiler, the porno political ad, which bumped his popularity and gained points.
But do you think that might happen today?
Honestly, it might.
If Mitt Romney fucked Michelle Obama on camera, what would his polls do?
I mean, who knows? Because Obama would probably lose points letting Romney do that. And some people could be like, yeah, Romney's the man.
He's finally shown a little personality, right?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Well, Phil, what were you saying about
for somebody that doesn't take politics serious at all, like myself, as you guys can attest to, I just can't. I think it's the stupidest thing ever. This movie was perfect, it just makes fun of it, and like, you can easily see stuff like this happening.
Yeah, obviously a little more ramped back.
In stupid districts, in
stupid states like North Carolina.
Just fucking stupid people that take it way too seriously. It's funny for that, and like they get all the major news networks to partake in the movie as well, like MSNBC,
you had
CNN, and
you had Wolf
Fox News, and all them. Like that
Fox
that
News
part
was
was
actually
funny.
Fox News was omitted. That was one of the few networks that was never.
And you'll notice they made Will Ferrell's guy a Democrat.
They both were Democrats.
No, they weren't.
No, he was
No,
a
Marty
Republican
Huggins was
challenger.
Marty was a. Oh, okay. All right, I'll take
But
that.
I noticed that pretty early. I think they did that
On
kind of
purpose.
on purpose
To avoid
because-
like backlash from.
right,
Yeah.
because I think, especially like internet sort of stuff, people would hit it way harder and be like, yeah, this is a Republican guy, whereas like Democrats are kind of, I don't know. It seems to me
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
I thought the same thing too, and they made a point of saying you're early in the movie, you're a Democratic candidate, or you're right. Didn't they say
Yeah.
that really early in the movie? So I thought that was a kind of weird point too.
Overall, though, I mean, it will make you laugh. I mean, there's funny lines in it. It's funny, but it's just a stupid story. But it is, I mean, it's definitely worth seeing, I would say.
I'd say it was worth the price of admission, especially in the slow comedy summer that we've had. Although,
Especially when the price of admission is free.
yes, Eimer actually owed me money from about 6 to 7 months ago, I believe, that I collected on today, and I got in for free, so it was worth the price of admission for me. Although at the same time, we all saw The Watch a couple of weeks ago.
Watch Blues.
Dude, The Watch was so much better than this, and it's just getting no recognition. I mean, in and of itself, The Watch was a really silly movie too, but just a lot funnier.
Dude, that one had a better story. Like,
better story.
It's got to be because of the actors, though, right? I mean, Will Ferrell was like such a big name guy, whereas
I think people-
Vince Vaughn is funny.
you know,
but
it's
I
just
don't-
your sense of humor right now, like that style, like the goofy, say whatever the most outlandish thing is right off the top of your head, like Will Ferrell does. It's
kind of
funny.
yeah.
I think it's really funny. I don't like that. Same with Ted. Like that's why people like Ted, is just because they say just random things. Like there's no writing involved.
Do you think in this movie tonight some of that was improv? Like Will
some of it?
Ferrell's-
Yeah,
I bet some of it was.
I think Will Ferrell stuff is improv,
Really?
as always.
I mean, that's also a big thing in the guys in The Watch, especially with Jonah Hill. A lot of their movies are pretty heavy improv. Maybe not so much in The Watch, but I know in Superbad, Knocked Up, and those type of movies, they really focus on the improv. But we're kind of getting off the topic here. We can go right into our ratings for our expectations for the campaign tonight. Phil, you want to kick that off?
I mean, I didn't have very high expectations at all. Just wanted to laugh. Just wanted to have a good laugh.
Yeah.
So I guess it met that. I mean, out of 5, I guess I would give it a 2.5, 3.
Stars we're talking here?
Yeah, out of 5. What you expected going into the movie, not on the overall quality of the movie, because this
I'll
would
give it
have.
like a 4.
Out of 5?
I didn't have any expectations. I was just going to laugh.
Yeah.
Good time.
So you.
I laughed pretty hard at a few parts.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with. I'm gonna come in between Eimer and Phil here. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I expected a little bit more than this. I mean, I was expecting an empty comedy that had no thought necessary, and I got that. But other than Zach Galifianakis, like Will Ferrell had a few funny parts,
I thought,
but he kind of. It was just. I mean, you're starting to get tired of that character that he plays in the past 8 movies. he's
and I
been
wish
in,
Will
so.
Forte would have been. He was,
Jason Sudeikis.
or that's what I meant. Jason Sudeikis. I wish he was funnier in it.
They didn't give him a chance to be.
Like he didn't have
was
any
just a-
funny lines.
Is he the guy who was the
He-
campaign manager?
That
Yeah,
quit,
he was Will Ferrell's campaign manager. The
Oh, okay, yeah.
the guy who at the end
I thought you
started
were talking
drinking.
about like the shadow figure guy.
The
No.
only thing I've ever seen him in was that TV show American Horror Story, but I haven't seen him in any movie. But all right, so we got a 4 from the guest appearance out of Rob Eimer. Phil, a 2.5.
3. I'll say 3.
2.5 to 3, and I threw a 3.5 at it. So that's going to wrap up another edition of Drive Home Reviews. You can check it out on filmcritics.wordpress.com, which is PHILM critics.wordpress.com. And we'll see you next time.